Something I hear from podcasters all the time is that their dream was to launch a podcast, get downloads, and then start making money from advertisers. But the reality often looks different. Launching a show can be difficult. Then finding advertisers is a whole process. Most sponsors aren't reaching out to you. You have to go out and sell yourself to the sponsors. If you do convince somebody to sponsor your show, you have to go through the logistics of where are you going to place the show? What are you going to talk about? What does the contract say? And hope for the best when the ad goes live. And even with the promise of dynamic ad insertion from a number of companies, the barrier for entry is often too high. You need to have thousands of downloads or thousands of unique listeners. You can only do it in certain regions. That's why here at RSS.com, we are so excited to announce Paid, our way to do dynamic ad insertion that is accessible to as many podcasters as possible. Hey everybody, my name's Joe Casabona. I'm the evangelist here at RSS.com, and today I'm going to tell you how Paid is different from everybody else, and then how you can enable it on your RSS.com account. Let's get started. Paid stands for Programmatic Ads Inserted Dynamically, and it's a system that helps you monetize your podcast with minimal effort. Ads are automatically inserted into all of your podcast episodes, and there's flexible placement for pre, mid, and post-roll ads. There is no manual work needed. This is truly set it and forget it. But I know what you're thinking. Most of these programs are hard to get into. Let's look at Spotify, for example. In order to join their programmatic ads or dynamic ad insertion program, you need 10,000 hours of stream time in the last 30 days. You need at least 2,000 unique Spotify users listening to your content. You need to have a minimum of 12 published episodes, and the podcaster has to be located in one of 4 places: the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. Those requirements are hard for even podcasters who have been doing it for a long time. What if you have a super niche podcast and you publish once a month? What if you are just getting started and it's gaining popularity, but now you have to wait to see if you consistently get 10,000 streamed hours on Spotify over 2,000 unique Spotify users? And other places like YouTube don't make it super easy either. That's why when we rolled out Paid, we wanted to make it as easy as humanly possible. So let me tell you what sets us apart from everybody else. First of all, there are no geographic barriers. Our global ad inventory is from the United States and worldwide. We use PayPal for our payouts, so this is available globally wherever PayPal is supported. Be sure to check if PayPal is available in your country. And also, there are no eligibility barriers. I already said you can be anywhere in the world, but there's also no arbitrary minimum number of episodes you have had to publish. And as far as minimum listen hours or unique users, we only ask that you have a minimum 10 downloads per month. Now, the 10 download threshold is largely symbolic, but it does demonstrate 2 things: that you're publishing an actual show and that people are listening to it. Publishing regularly improves your chances of reaching the monthly minimum. Finally, we're more than just a marketplace. Our team is proactively working to secure more direct deals with advertising platforms so that you can earn more from every ad slot. We're not a traditional ad agency, but we provide tools to help you monetize through advertising. This really is a set it and forget it service. You click once and Paid helps you monetize your audience through ads once your show reaches the required scale. So I know you're interested. Let's see how you can enable Paid on your RSS.com podcast. And the first thing I'll say here is this will work on any paid plan. No pun intended, I guess. So if you have the all-in-one or the network plan, you will get Paid enabled on your account. Now, if you've switched to RSS.com and you're taking advantage of the switch and get 6 months free promotion, maybe you're worried that you're not going to get access to Paid until you actually start paying. But you are on a paid tier and you should be eligible with your plan even during the promotion. So the first thing you'll need to do is click on Activate Paid Ads. Now, if you don't see the Activate Paid banner on the My Podcast page, go over to the Monetization tab and you'll see the Manage Paid Ads area there. And then we will show you our paid ads terms of service. Scroll to the bottom of this page, definitely read it, and then accept. Then you'll have to add a PayPal email address. This is required to use paid. You'll need a valid PayPal email account, so go ahead and put that in, and then click validate. And then we will do the validation. We're basically going to send 1 cent to that PayPal address just to make sure that it is an active PayPal email address. Once your email address is validated, you will get an email from us saying as much, and your paid ads will be active. So to manage your paid ads, you would go to Monetization and then Manage Paid Ads. Here, you'll get a couple of messages that your PayPal email was verified and that paid ads has been successfully activated. Now, it's important to note here that as soon as you enable it, revenue from ads is processed with a 3-day delay. This is to ensure that you are getting the most accurate data and the most accurate payouts. While that data collects, you will still have ads in your podcast. And so if we look at the ad insertion points here, we have pre-roll, automatic mid-roll, and post-roll. So the pre-roll ads, you can choose to run ads before each episode's content, and you can choose between either a single or a double ad. I've noticed for my show specifically that the ads are around 30 seconds, so we're looking at about 60 seconds if you do a double, but that time may vary based on the ads being inserted into your show. The automatic mid-roll will seamlessly insert ad rolls into the middle of your episodes. We look at the episode, we see where it would be good to insert an ad that's not too disruptive, and we'll insert the ads there. Now, it is worth noting that mid-rolls are only inserted in episodes that are at least 15 minutes long. So if you have something shorter than 15 minutes, you'll see the pre-roll and the post-roll ads, but you will not see mid-roll ads. And then post-rolls are ads that will play after the episode's content. And again, here, you can choose single or double. You can also choose to turn on and off any of these. So if you don't like pre-rolls or you feel like post-rolls aren't worth it, you can turn them off here. Now, it could be worth considering turning off some of these ad units or reducing the number of pre and post-roll ads. Fewer ads may result in a better listener experience, and so if you reduce the number of ads in each episode, you can limit the number of interruptions for your audience. You can also choose your ad content preferences. So if you don't want certain ads running on your podcast, you can find categories to exclude here. You can get a full list, or you can start typing in the categories that you want to exclude. All right, now let's scroll up, click monetization, and go back to the My Podcast tab. Now, something else that you can do with the mid-roll ads is if you recorded an episode with a very specific place in mind to insert those mid-roll ads, we do allow you to manually mark where they should show up. So for each episode, you would click on the plus sign next to manual mid-roll ads, and then you'll be brought up with this interface. Now, you may see a little box telling you like you have to place the ad markers. That's exactly what this is. So you're given the waveform for your episode. You can choose the timestamp from this interface. You can also manually type it in here. But once you select the time, click Add Marker or Insert Ad Marker, and the ad marker is inserted. Using this, you can place up to 10 manually added mid-roll spots, and you will have to do this once per ad spot. Now, there are a couple of notes about the manual mid-rolls. The first is that you can't put more than one mid-roll marker at a time slot. So if you want 2 mid-roll markers at 5 minutes and 6 seconds, you can't do that. You'd have to do 5 minutes and 6 seconds and 5 minutes and 7 seconds. To that end, it does literally put them at those time slots. So what I recommend you do is have a 1 second break or 1 second silence for each ad you want to put in that spot. So let's say you want to put 3 mid-roll ads at the 30-minute mark. During edit, at the 30-minute mark, you should add a 3-second gap, which will allow the paid ads to be inserted seamlessly without any weird audio issues or interruption. And finally, if you do add up to 10 mid-rolls, which are allowed, I would strongly recommend you think about the strategy you're employing here. While you can add 10 mid-rolls, as we discussed earlier, less might be more. My usual convention is 2 minutes of ads for 10 minutes of content. Now, that's not to say that you should have 2-minute ad breaks every 10 minutes. I'm just saying that you want to make sure that the content to ad ratio keeps your listener in mind and creates a good experience for them. The other thing to note here is that if you do add manual mid-rolls, it will override the automatic mid-rolls. So just make sure to add 1 ad marker for each mid-roll you want in the episode. Once you add the mid-roll markers, you can click done. And now you see a green check mark next to manual mid-rolls. Now, if you decide that you don't want the manual mid-rolls anymore, you can click on that button again, remove the ad markers and click done. And then the automatic mid-rolls will start to be inserted again. Once you have a show that starts generating revenue, you'll see 3 boxes in your paid ads interface. You'll see the estimated balance, which will show about how much money you've made. Balances update every few days, and this will tell you the last time the balance was updated. Important note here is that estimated earnings are subject to adjustment. The final balance is confirmed within 60 days and then moved to your available balance. This is the money that you have definitely earned and will get paid out at the end of the month. You can see more information in this information box. So this is, again, automatically paid out at the end of the month. Then you will see the lifetime withdrawals. This is how much money you've made with the paid program over the lifetime that you've been in the paid program. You can click to see the payout history. RSS.com's paid program is the easiest way for you to make money with your podcast. It is truly set it and forget it, and there are no barriers to entry. And that minimum 10 downloads per month is so low that anybody with an active podcast will reach it. To learn more, you can head over to rss.com to check out our monetization features. Remember that paid is just one of many monetization features that we have, and you can learn a little bit more about the program. If you have an rss.com account, definitely be sure to enable it today. And if you want to switch to rss.com to get access to the paid program, you can head over to rss.com/switch. My name is Joe Casabona. I'm the evangelist here at rss.com. And if you have any questions about paid, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you out there.